Yesterday I uploaded a theory that the Squadron Supreme could be introduced in the Loki show, and last night the insider that has told me all the leaks I've covered on this channel DM'd me saying that the Squadron Supreme will in fact be introduced in the Loki show. Not exactly how I covered it, but something like it. But that's not it. They're also going to play a huge role in Avengers 5. We've all been thinking that Avengers 5 could be the young Avengers fighting Kang the Conqueror, or that Captain Marvel might turn evil. But it's actually going to be something way bigger, that they've already started to set up. We just hit 500 subscribers last night, and I want to thank all of you for taking time to watch my videos and leave comments. It really means a lot to me. The winner of the giveaway has been picked, so stay till the end to find out if it was you. After the events of Avengers Endgame, with most of the heroes gone or off doing their own thing, Earth is without its greatest defense, the Avengers. So Norman Osborn, who's now the mayor, after proving Peter Parker's innocence in the murder of Mysterio, is given leadership over S.H.I.E.L.D. since Nick Fury is supposedly dead, again. Osborn changes the name to Hammer and creates his own team of handpicked Avengers, using Tony Stark's tech to make himself the Iron Patriot. He recruits Scarlet Witch after the events of Endgame and WandaVision leave her permanently unstable and easily controlled. Thunderbolt Ross as Hulk, Ragnarok, a clone of Thor created by Iron Man. He lies to Captain Marvel, telling her that he can heal her and bring her powers back, and manipulates a brand new character, the Sentry, into joining his team. For those of you who don't know who the Sentry is, here's a quick rundown. In March of 1947, Canada's Department K and remnants of the United States Operation Rebirth pooled their resources into Project Sentry, an attempt to not only recreate the super soldier serum, but in post-war hubris, magnify its effects 100,000 times over. Unfortunately, within 30 years it had been divided into nearly 1,000 isolated sub-projects, with lab work farmed out to private contractors. Precisely where all of its resources ended up over the decades, what they might have begun, and where they ultimately led is currently unknown. But over 10 years later, Robert Reynolds, a meth addict, broke into the laboratory of an unnamed professor. It was there that he discovered the Golden Sentry serum. Consuming the compound, Robert Reynolds gained the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns. The professor persuaded Reynolds to let them test his powers at their facility, but they couldn't contain him for long, or curb his desire to use his powers for the greater good of all. The Sentry was an optimistic and socially accepted hero, who stood in marked contrast to the mostly freakish nature of other heroes. He had connections to Mr. Fantastic, Iron Man, the Hulk, Spider-Man, and Professor X, and he was one of the very few superheroes active during the years prior to the Fantastic Four's emergence. Sentry gained new importance when the new wave of heroes rose to prominence. Almost instantly deducing Spider-Man's secret identity, he became a role model for the young hero, as well as an ally to the X-Men, an equal to Reed Richards, and a friend to the outcast Hulk. The Sentry even battled Dr. Doom alongside the Fantastic Four, and defeated his greatest enemy, the General, with the X-Men's aid. Eventually, the Void arrived, murdering over 1,000,000 people in Manhattan. Discovering that the Void had been the dark aspect of his own powers, the Sentry teamed with Reed Richards and Doctor Strange to create a system which made Earth's entire population, including Richards, Strange, and himself, forget his existence. With the Sentry inactive and forgotten, the Void vanished. Now that Norman has this team, they did what the Avengers do, protect people while simultaneously gaining the public's approval. Until Osborn decided that he wanted to go to war with Asgard. With no heroes to stop them, the Time Variance Authority decided to take matters into their own hands, recruiting the Squadron Supreme to take on this multiversal threat. Hyperion and his team fight the Dark Avengers, and it looks like the Squadron Supreme are gonna win, until Norman Osborn mentions the Sentry's wife, and he loses control, turning into the Void, killing all of the Squadron Supreme members but Hyperion. Hyperion goes insane after seeing his family slaughtered, easily defeats the remaining Avengers, and his anger causes him to reveal his true form, King Hyperion. He turns on the Void and the Battle of the Century begins. They're evenly matched until Robert remembers that he wanted to do good with his powers, turning back into the Sentry and trying to reason with Hyperion. But Hyperion doesn't stop, and Robert realizes that one of them is gonna die. The battle continues and they start ripping the entire multiverse apart. Earths start crashing into each other, causing incursions, and below them, Earth 616 and Earth 712 are on a collision course. But before they're able to destroy the entire Marvel Universe, the Living Tribunal is forced to stop them both. And that's all I have for you guys, but I'll let you guys know as soon as I hear anything else. The winner for the giveaway is Mr. Jasgenics. Sorry if I butchered that, but DM me on Instagram for your prize. If they don't contact me within a week, I'll choose someone else. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.